Hey friends, it's Eric here. So many of you watching are probably teenagers and are looking for some ways to make some extra money. I know I've been there, I know you've been there, we've all been there at some point, right? Now, there are many ways to earn some money. In fact, some of the most common and popular jobs for young teens are babysitting, lawn mowing, snow shoveling, and many people even lifeguard. But how do you get these jobs and others? It's not very common for somebody to just ask if you want to work for them, right? And in just 3 steps right now, I'm going to show you how you can get your first job. So let's get into it, guys. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to create a resume for yourself. You're going to want to set up a professional email account, and when making this account, make sure the username doesn't include any personal information such as your birthday. Once you do this, now you can create to begin your resume. My favorite site that I found helpful was novuresume.com. I'll make sure to leave a link to it in the comments section below. When making your resume, you don't need to include any personal information such as your full address or anything like that you don't want or need to give out. But make sure to include any volunteer work, your interests, and include any extracurricular activities you may participate in. After you finish your resume, look over it with a trusted adult and ask them what you can improve with it. And once it's all done and finished, you can share it with your family and friends. Now, some states have working papers, so make sure to check with your school to stay in compliance with any child labor laws before you go looking for a job. Now, secondly, now that you have a resume and all the information, you're going to want to go and visit some local places and ask if they're hiring. And if so, submit your resume. If they ask what kind of job you're applying for, say you're willing to try anything. And when meeting with the manager or whoever is hiring in the situation, be prepared to share upfront about your availability, especially if you plan on going on a trip or any family vacations. In my case, when I met with my potential boss, I was interviewed on the spot, so make sure to be prepared when handing in your resume. And at the end of the interview, he even asked if I could work that weekend, so be prepared for those kind of questions. You never know, and you have to be open to all different possibilities, right? So here are some extra tips for you guys. First, remember to dress the part when going to look for jobs. Wearing a collared shirt won't hurt, trust me guys. Another tip is to look ahead of time. For example, if you want to be a golf caddy, many golf businesses begin to look around February to March for people to work because that's when they open. Or if you want to be a lifeguard, most outdoor pools open around Memorial Day. Either way, look ahead of time and do your research for the ideal time to go and look for that job. After visiting some local places, I'm sure that a few of them will probably be interested in hiring you. Make sure that you follow up with them about it. If someone is interested in hiring you, make sure that you ask them for all the details, such as pay rate, how much you'll be working, as well as your schedule and what kind of work you'd be doing specifically. If you have offers from multiple different places, take the best offer where either they are paying more, giving you more hours, or that the job has the possibility of the income to grow substantially before you graduate high school. When you finally decide to take a job, your employer will likely ask you to fill out a form called a W-4 Employer's Withholding Certificate. They're going to need to know your legal first name, last name, legal address, as well as your social security number. Most of you watching this are likely single, so make sure to check that box off on the form as well. Then sign your name, date, and give that form back to your employer. As for your paycheck, most employers will add you to their payroll system. It'll be best to set up direct deposit to your bank account, whether it be a savings account or a checking account, it'll work. And sometimes employers will issue you a paper check for the first payroll cycle before direct deposit will kick in. Well, now you just wait till your first day. It'll probably be a little awkward at first and there will be a learning curve, and don't be afraid to mess up. It happens to the best of us, trust me. But now you have your first job, and in only 3 steps, you are able to get your first part-time or full-time job. And now just save up and invest that money. If you guys want more content or information on how to make more income weekly or what I'm currently doing with my investments, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below. Good luck with your first job, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.